Vag. What you gonna do when it's hot outside? Ooh, I know what. Listen to Vag. What you gonna do when the trains are down? Ooh, I know what. Listen to Vag.
All right. Welcome to Season 2 of Vag.
Season 2?
Episode 2.
Episode 2.
But really, episode probably 7.
Probably episode 7, yes. We do lose all of our episodes. So.
We have 7 secret episodes.
Somewhere out there in the ether.
If you can find him, we'll give you a reward.
Not anything great, though.
Yeah. I have some old iPhones I can give you.
Those are probably still worth something.
I looked online. I was going to sell them because you can find like services to come pick them up or your old computer, and it's something like, I want to say something like $10.
It's not that bad. I cashed in change today and I got $54.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Did it take anything out? Like a percentage?
No, because I have a bank that has that machine.
TD Bank?
No, Ridgewood Savings Bank, which is like a fake bank.
Yeah.
And
where you only need one form of identification?
No, they're actually like Nazis there. You need like 100 forms of identification. Because they're almost like, why are you coming here?
Yeah.
This is a fake bank.
Oh, I wonder what their front's about.
I think it's just, I don't know. I didn't want to go to Chase because I felt like I guess Chase was my student loans, and I felt like if I had Chase, they would just garnish whatever money I had in there. So I was like, I'm gonna pick a fake bank.
Yeah, where they can't touch my...
Where it's just like, when they garnish your wages, I guess, because I used to do bank stuff at the law firm, the Ridgewood Saving Bank was never a bank people ever even put a hit out to. I don't think people even knew of it.
No, I don't.
Right.
Like, I don't even... It's weird to go bank at a place that is not Chase, Bank of America, TD Bank.
Citibank. Is
Wells
Citibank
Fargo.
around?
Citibank's around.
Okay.
But, like, that one sounds like a mom and pop bank.
It is.
Well, I remember during, like, Occupy Wall Street, I was like, yeah, fuck those big banks. I'm going to go to this credit unions. And then you look at the, like, what they give you, and they're not open on the weekends. They don't have, like, any ATMs.
Oh, yeah.
Where when you're living paycheck to paycheck, you have to be able to, like, get to your money.
And also probably the fees were probably outrageous, right?
Yeah, and you can't find any place to withdraw money or put your money in.
I love big corporations.
Yes, I do. And they don't have apps on your phone so you can, like, pay your friends if you go out.
What's so funny is my bank is like a mom and pop place. There's like 3 people that work there, and my next door neighbor, who's a nasty cunt, works there. And I didn't have ID on me one time, and I said to her, I was like, Joanne, you know it's me. And she was like, I can't vouch for you. And I was like, we live next door from each other. You know who I am.
She's a nasty cunt.
That's also the lady that called the cops so I'd get a ticket. I was an inch in her, like, 50-foot driveway, which I know is illegal, and I keep saying I'm going to go check with the department of something, but it's just so much work.
Yeah.
To prove them wrong.
I know.
So one day I was just like, because women hate looking old, I was like, did you have a stroke? Your face looks a little draggy.
Nice. They do.
Yeah, so I never said, like, hey, fuck you for calling the cops on me, but I was like...
No, that's pretty shitty. If I worked at a bank...
Your face looks paralyzed.
Oh, they hate that.
They do hate that.
I remember I think older women hate when you know what their age is, or they tell you and you're like, that's what I was going to say. Rather than say, like, what? You look like you're 40.
Look amazing.
Yeah. Instead, you say, you look exactly how old you are.
Her husband's actually really nice. They don't have any kids. They used to have a dog, and the husband was, like, obsessed with the dog, where, like...
Yeah.
He did, like worse than me. Like, love this dog, and she's such a cunt that she wouldn't let the dog die in their house. She made him bring it to the vet and have the dog die there, and, like, she won't let him get another dog. And I'm like, she must be fucking this guy to... I don't know what she's doing that this guy even stays with her.
You know, maybe...
Because he's a good-looking guy. He has his own company. He owns the house.
It's probably just so expensive to get divorced, or it's more of a pain in the ass that he's like, I'm just going to die this way.
I mean, he does smoke, so maybe he is just trying to kill himself. But, like, she won't let him get another dog. She's terrified of dogs. Like, if I walk my 13-year-old boxer mirror.
Yeah.
She runs inside. I'm like, my dog can't even move. Or Zuzu, my pug.
Yeah.
The two dogs that are not going to do anything. She was like, would run in the house. She's scared of everything.
Okay, so a little bit of a drama queen.
A lot bit of a drama queen.
Well, maybe she's still working at that bank.
She is still working at the bank.
Yeah.
I seen her today.
That's why she's miserable.
I guess, but I just remember being like, I can't vouch for you. And I was like, we live next door to each other. Like, I could look out my window and see her house. We live directly next door to each other.
That's so annoying to live near someone that you absolutely hate.
I don't really hate her. I've just tried being.
Just call her a cunt.
I call a lot of people a cunt. I call my mother a cunt.
Okay.
You know, I still like my mother, but I call her cunt.
She can be cunty.
Yeah, my mother has a lot of cunt qualities.
I feel
even though I love her, she does have a lot of qualities that a cunty girl would have.
Yeah,
where she's just like all about. I told her my mother would be like, "I'll do anything for you," and then you're like, "Can you watch my dog?" And she's like, "No."
Yeah, I like the one that she wants to have your kid.
Yeah, she wants to have
surrogate.
She wants to be my surrogate, and I was like, "You won't even let me store my bike at your house." First of all, imagine if my mother was my surrogate. As soon as we got into a fight, she'd be like, "I'm going to abort this. I'm going to abort this baby.
Stop.
I'm going to start drinking alcohol."
Yeah, you really you can't fuck with somebody that's holding your baby.
Especially not my mother.
But I can picture you'll be like, do it. I don't even care anymore.
I don't care. Do it. Drink alcohol. Fuck that baby up.
That would be a good sitcom on HBO.
My mother's carrying my baby.
Yes. And y'all's relationship is volatile.
And the only reason why I don't want to carry the baby is because I just lost a bunch of weight. I'm just like, no, I just lost 60 pounds.
And because she's already went through it and her body's shot, you're like, what do you have to lose? And you can be a hero.
Right, and then she could tell people, like, what she did for me.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, did she have cancer? And she'd be like, no, she just had this body transformation. She just lost 60 pounds.
I thought on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Camille Parker, I think that's her name, was married to Kelsey Grammer, and there was the rumor that she had a surrogate because she didn't want to blow out her body.
I can imagine that.
Yeah, if you're making money off your body.
Well, didn't people say that about Beyonce? That she didn't really have her baby?
Yeah, I just feel like it's so crazy and far-fetched.
To get a surrogate and, yeah.
And then to
also
do the facade of
carrying
a baby. Yeah. You might as well have it if you're going through all that problem.
Yeah. And I guess, too, your whole life is just being hot. So you have people to help you get hot, to cook for you. Like, if you had somebody to cook all of your meals, to train you every day, it's just so much easier.
Yeah. Well, and also it's not like her body is like a total baby-making body.
Oh, yeah. Like, her body was made just to push a bunch of babies out. Like, she has those hips for it.
Totally. She's got the TNA for it.
Yeah. She has a gorgeous body.
We love Beyonce, if you're listening.
Beyonce, babe, if you're listening, we love you. And I think you could do a lot better than Jay-Z.
Yeah.
I also think...
I love the fight in the elevator.
Oh, with her sister?
Oh, it's so good.
Does anyone ever know what the fight's about?
I don't think so. What if it's something so dumb?
Like she was going to name her kid Blue Ivy or something?
Yeah, and then she was like, oh, fuck you, and then...
That is interesting. Nobody ever found out what it was about.
No, because surveillance camera never pick up audio.
No, but it's just weird nobody ever leaked it.
No.
They are kind of like...
Very secretive.
Yes, nobody ever finds anything out about them.
No, I did... I have waited on the Knowles family a lot in Houston.
You waited on them?
I did. They used to come in... Beyonce never came in, but Solange did. And Tina, the mom.
The mom. Is the
and
mom
the
nice?
dad. The mom's completely nice. Great tippers.
Nice.
They used to go to a church down the street.
The stereotype.
Yes. Amazing tippers. And a lot of Sundays, and they would come, and they were super nice. Greek salads. And then I always had fantasies of, like, singing, like, just accidentally singing by the table, and that they would discover me.
Wow. This white girl can really sing. Let's get her on Destiny's Child. You're the token white girl that we're missing.
They should have had a white girl on Destiny's Child. Like, just a weird... No.
For what?
Just a weird one in the background.
Just getting them stuff?
Yeah.
Not dance. Do you know how she would have thrown off most of their moves, probably?
Oh, completely.
Unless she was a good dancer.
Yeah, well, remember, like, Salt and Peppa?
Yeah.
Spinderella was like... I always was like, what... She didn't used to be in this band, and then she is there, but she never got involved in, like, the bigger moves. But I don't even think they could dance.
They danced a little bit, though.
But it was just, like, that, like, aggressive fight dancing. You know what I mean? Like, just where you're, like, thrust your hips as hard and fast as you could.
I feel like that's what you did back in the 90s, though.
That's true.
Because it was like, you never know, you might fuck somebody or fight them.
True. Well, I feel like they're on the same spectrum.
Yes, very similar emotions, only one's angry and one's not.
Yeah, but you can... some guys, I feel like, hate fuck you.
That is true.
Yeah. There's guys that I've had sex with, and I'm like, do you hate me?
Do you say that during it? Yeah. Hey,
do you hate
can we
me?
do a Q&A?
Yeah. Did I do something to you earlier?
It might have just been that he's, like, upset he got a speeding ticket.
Could be. Or, yeah. To all of them. But speaking of 90s.
You know what's funny?
What?
This wasn't in the 90s. Although I did date this ex-boyfriend several times.
Okay.
I had slept with this guy, an ex-boyfriend, only like twice.
Yeah.
And I didn't like having sex with him. So while we were having sex, I was like, hey, I'm really thirsty. Will you go get me some water?
Wow.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
So I got off of him. He went to go get me water. And then when he came back, I was just fully dressed. Because during it, I was like, how do I get out of this uncomfortable, awful situation? And then as soon as he came back, I was just fully dressed.
And then drank the water and was like, thank you.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, do you think you could drive me back from your grandmother's house to the Bronx now?
Yeah.
That's when you don't have your own car, that's an awkward ride home.
Oh, because they hate you.
They hate you, and it's also awkward.
And then you're trying to, like, make small talk.
Wait. And I remember he was also leaving for Cancun the next... First of all, he was about 6'6".
Yeah.
250, 260. He was leaving for Cancun the next day, and the only underwear he had was black, like, bikini underwear that were ripped. So this is what he was wearing.
I'm jealous that you had an experience. Because I don't think I've ever dated anyone that's worn bikini underwear.
It wasn't a thong, but they were bikini underwear, and they were ripped.
Yeah. Like, because he
on
couldn't...
the side.
He wore them too much.
Or he probably got them when he was 14.
Yeah.
And then he was trying to fit into them now. And we were having sex in his grandmother's bed.
Did he get... Was his feelings... Could you see in his facial expression if his feelings were hurt?
I don't know, but this was during a time when, like, my sister somehow talked to him on, like, AOL or something as another girl, and then he just, like, shit-talked me to her.
Okay.
And I didn't really ask my sister to do it. So
yeah.
She was just finding out all this mean stuff he said about me, and I was like, hey, I'm good. Kind of like how you said when someone roasts you, and you're like, I don't want to know.
Yeah, I don't want to find out anything new.
Yeah, my sister just thought it was great. And she was telling me all this weird stuff.
Oh, because you know what? That stuff...
She was like, he said you suck in bed. I was like, well, that's probably true. I did...
For him.
Yeah, I did ask for water during sex.
I wasn't giving it my all.
I wasn't totally engaged.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you don't want to hear... Oh, I've heard... about people, like, rumors of friends of mine where you find out that they're like, yeah, she just laid there, and you're like, I would be so mortified
if somebody knew that
was talking about me as a bad lover.
I try never to lay there because I hate that. I'd rather than be like she's totally uncoordinated than she just laid there.
I know. I'd rather just be like, I'd rather get an A for effort than
like,
a complete...
She tried. She never really got the groove going. But, she didn't just lay there.
Yeah, to lay there is what you do
When you're super hot, I think, too.
Oh, really?
I think super hot girls do
because there was like a tell-all book that Madonna just did that, I think, for Dennis Rodman. Like, I bet you both of them just laid there because they're both like...
So crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you do all the work.
Yes.
He's like, I'm already wearing women's makeup and earrings.
I've already bought the spice. So that was just probably just them, like, two, like, people planking on top of each other.
Wow, that is interesting.
Or to find out if you're like, Sarah's a bad kisser.
I feel like I've never heard that I was a bad kisser. I think that's the one thing I'm good at. Everything else, I'd be like, well, maybe you're right.
Yeah, and also if like some of the bad love, if you're called being like a bad lover, you can chalk that up too. Like
you're just kind of mad at me or jealous. Or
yeah,
whatever it is.
Or like because you weren't into them.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is just acting.
Yeah,
I mean sometimes you're into it, but not all the time.
Exactly. But yeah, it would be mortifying.
Yeah, if somebody... Like, it was just weird that my sister was, like, just finding all this horrible stuff out of it and
yeah.
loving it, too. I mean,
oh,
like,
totally.
Oh, he said you suck in bed. And I was like, yeah, I can see that.
Also, it's like... I'm 16.
Wait, I had sex with him twice. So the first time I had sex with him... the first time I had sex with him was in a hotel and I was really drunk.
Okay.
And he didn't have condoms. So he... he ran out to the store, like literally ran and fell. Oh. And he was holding up like a bunch of liquor. And then he came back with it.
Oh.
He was such a weirdo.
Yeah, but he's probably just like this, I can't believe it's happening. I can't believe it's happening. I can't believe it's happening. I can't believe it. Like, he's just like not being cool about it. That's where I feel bad for guys.
Okay, well, if we're going to a hotel, why wouldn't you at least have condoms on you?
Yeah, well, a lot of people, and I think a lot of guys too, are just like bad planners. Or maybe he was just...
Yes, but he went to the liquor... I feel like, don't liquor stores have condoms?
It would make complete sense if they did.
Yeah, I would think they should.
Yeah.
But maybe they don't. That was just so funny. What a weird situation. That guy was so weird.
I wish I had... The only ones I had one that was like a complete jackhammer. And then my friend got to have sex
with him.
Not like got to, like like we just passed him around.
Hey, it's your turn. Hey, Lucy.
But it was weird because it was one of the first. It's weird when usually you think of guys being like, and then did she do this? Like you never think of two girls being like, did he fuck you like a jack? And then you're like, yeah. And then he came down. We were hanging out and he came to meet us, and we could not stop laughing when he showed
like
up.
Like a jackhammer, just
without
just like
yeah, we were like where you're like they're just using your body to masturbate with.
Yeah, that's one of those situations where you zone out and start thinking of other stuff.
I know, yeah, and then but my thing is like, haven't you watched enough like movies in the 90s and 80s to kind of know like how you're supposed to have sex.
And how you're not supposed to just jackhammer like that? Yeah.
Like, I've never... If they portray a guy jackhammering, it's the comedic scene.
it's never the lovemaking scene?
No.
I don't know. Did anyone ever tell him?
No, because it's hard... I think if you're their girlfriend, then you're in that place.
Oh, you could be like,
to coerce it. Like,
you could be like, hey, let's not do the jackhammer every night.
You'd have to be like, let's try another construction
the jackhammer just like make you come instantly?
For them.
Yeah, well, yeah, not for you.
Yeah.
I've never gotten fucked like that. I'm like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah, more,
please.
I don't know. It's so... But yeah, that was probably one of the only weird circumstances.
That's so funny.
Oh, bad love making her sex is really funny to me.
It's almost never funny then. Or if it is funny then, you can't wait to tell somebody.
Yes.
But you can't wait to get... Also, getting out of that situation is always weird.
Yeah. Well, I guess you did it with... Can you get... I'm thirsty.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even think I had self-esteem at that point. I don't know how I did that, but I was just so not into it where I was like, I can't imagine this going on any longer.
Oh, that's the best when you're in a place of being naive.
Hot in that room too.
Yeah.
It was grandmother's bed.
Yeah, it's summer in New York.
Like old people. It wasn't the summer; it was the winter. You know how old people are always freezing, so the heat was so high.
Okay.
It was just like scalding in there.
Yeah.
It was just so hot. I'm getting hot thinking about it right now, how hot it was.
Oh. How depressing. I wonder where he is now.
We're Facebook friends.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
That's good. Maybe hopefully his lovemaking. You wonder. It almost feels like if that's how you start off, is that how you stay?
I mean, I think if we stay together longer, like you said, you could kind of coerce somebody with little treats. With little catnip.
You'd have to be like, let's watch some porn.
I don't even think that he was that bad. It was just, you know when there's just no chemistry? The first time we were really drunk, and then the next time I wasn't, and I was just like, ugh.
Yeah, you realize
that alcohol would have been really needed.
Oh, completely.
So I don't think it was so much that he was bad. I just think we weren't good for
just
each
not
other.
Compatible. That plays a lot into it.
Remember, we were going to talk about those alarm clocks for women.
Oh, yeah. There's a new alarm clock that you can put in your vagina.
Right, and it goes off and gives you an orgasm when you have to wake up.
Yeah, at the time that you set for it.
I wonder if it works.
I don't know. I feel like it would take me a really long time
to fall asleep.
To wake up.
Probably. I also think when I slept, it would move. I sometimes sleep also on my...
Yeah, it'd be like sleeping
on my
with
side.
like a cat in between your legs. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna like...
Yeah, it would have to be... It would have to stay on that one spot. So if it moved just a little bit, it wouldn't wake up. And then it would just be going off for hours and you didn't wake up. Imagine, like, explaining that to your boss.
Where you're like, my alarm didn't go off. And he's like, what kind of alarm do you have?
And you're like, well, okay, I'm trying this new alarm out.
It's a vaginal alarm.
He's like, continue.
And you're like, I think I put it for PM than AM. So it might vibrate later tonight. I'll let you know.
That's so funny.
Also, I would just keep hitting it because I do not wake
your legs?
up. Yeah, with my legs or just my fingers. Because I always hit snooze on my alarm.
Me too. So you know what
I'm bad about it.
I would snooze in my sleep and then like shut the alarm off and wake up hours. One time, I woke up 1:30 in the afternoon and I called my boss up and instead of just lying, I was like,
"Oh, you can't come in."
No, well, I had to be at work at like 12.
Okay.
But I was just like, "Hey, can I stay home because I just woke up?"
Yeah.
And she was like, "Okay." But, like, I had shut the alarm off in my sleep. So what I had done then, I was starting to keep my alarm on the floor.
Oh, that makes sense.
And now I keep it across the floor. Across the room. But there's
I should do that.
There's an alarm that goes off, and then it jumps off and hops away. There's an actual alarm like that.
Yeah. I always thought, it's just like, I don't want to ever wake up.
I know, but if it hops away too far where you don't hear it, that's not good.
True.
It has to be really annoying.
Maybe I could wait. The vaginal alarm would also have to have a loud, like,
like a backup noise?
Yeah, just in case I don't wake up when I come.
Yeah. That's true, too. I've come in my sleep. Have you ever done that?
I have had dreams, yeah.
So now
where you've had an orgasm in your sleep.
I know that
it's amazing.
Yeah, so now I really know it isn't, it's more about, like, the chemistry with a guy and, like, more that than anything else.
Totally.
Because if I'm doing that without even being touched, that's insane. I used to do that all the time.
Yeah. I only get them occasionally, and I never tell Joe about them.
Why?
Because I feel like he would take it personally.
Why would he take that personally? He might have, like, nocturnal emissions.
Oh, he probably does.
Why would he take that?
He wakes up horny.
Yeah, I'm sure. Guys, a lot of times guys wake up horny.
It's weird. I feel like if it wouldn't even matter who's in the bed.
You would just bang anyone?
Yeah.
You should try that.
Yeah, I should just get one of his guy friends.
Yeah. Just put an asshole in front of his face.
Gotta get one
Well,
of those
guys wake
assholes.
up with that wood.
Yeah, I wonder. I bet you that hurts.
Yeah.
Or just like an annoying thing.
But the first time that happened, I was like, did that just happen?
Yeah. Oh, it'll be in your sleep, and you're like, this is great.
I know, but it's so crazy because you're like, how is that possible?
I don't know. I'm wondering if you are just touching yourself while you're sleeping.
One time, my boyfriend told me that I jerked him off in my sleep.
That's amazing.
And I was like, no way. He's like, I swear. I was like, there's no fucking way I jerked you off in my sleep. I was like, are you sure you didn't just put my hands on your dick? He goes, no, I'm telling you, you jerked me off in your sleep.
You're like...
He was like, it was amazing. I'm like...
I bet.
And I go, where did the stuff go?
Yeah. And then he was like, then you just cleaned it up in your sleep.
And then you also did the dishes.
It was like,
you did a bunch of chores.
I like this,
You did
Adrienne.
a bunch of chores while you were sleeping. I was like, I don't remember that.
Yeah. Oh. You know, sometimes I'm like, I get lazy or just like, I don't feel like having sex. But there's part of me that's like, God, I wish there was a drug I could take where I could fall asleep or just be out of it. And
like
then
roofie?
Yes, that's how I'm like, oh, basically I'm just roofing myself.
So you want to roofie yourself? To
Yeah. Because sometimes it feels like I wake up so late that in the morning I'm like, I don't want to have sex because I want to start my day, even though I just took forever to start my day.
What if you woke up and your head like didn't feel well? Can that delay it? Or that just delays your day?
It just delays my day.
It doesn't delay. It delays sex also.
Yeah. Yes.
I guess
I could try the vaginal alarm clock though.
If you had...
I've never... Because I really do have a hard time waking up in the morning. Like, I just don't want to face the day.
But if one of you had a job in the morning, like if you had to leave at 7 in the morning, you probably wouldn't have to have sex.
Actually, you know what? I would prefer like an alarm clock that jerked off Joe.
Why don't you make that?
Because that way he could start his day and then I can really start my day.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
And a great joke. You should patent that.
We should patent that.
No, that's your idea.
Well, you
and then
brought it out.
The cum booties.
Oh yeah, cum booties.
Cum booties is a great invention.
What's cum booties? Oh.
The little booties that you put at the tip of your dick. So
Yes.
And then they have a little liner that you close them with and dispose of it.
Yeah, there's so many... Did I tell you about I told you about my dry cleaning situation. It's so weird. I think that guy was messing with me. Or he just...
The Asian guy?
I don't really think he's actually saying come. I think it was
saying gum?
Yeah. But it was... He kept saying come, and then touching...
Maybe saying come like come here.
No, because he kept pointing at it, and it was a skirt, and he kept flicking at the stain. And then I was like, he can't be saying come. That's such a inappropriate thing if we were that comfortable with you. If he just...
Maybe he just broke that wall down with you instantly.
You know, I didn't mind, and I accepted it, and I yes-anded it, and I just told him, I go, you know, I don't think it's cum.
But it could be?
It could be, but I think it's toothpaste or something. But I don't know. But that's the actual conversation we had, as if we were living in the most honest world.
That's so funny.
And it is a question that a dry cleaner should ask, because it was brought to my attention it's a protein stain, and those are you have to handle those differently.
How do you... cum stains?
Mm-hmm. Or any, like, blood. You have
How
to
do you get them out?
With cold instead of hot.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk. We have a couple minutes before I have to go to this spot. We have 10 ideas.
Great. Well, let's talk. Do you want to talk about iPhone getting rid of the gun emoji?
iPhone's getting rid of the gun emoji?
Yeah, and then they replaced it with a water gun. But you still have the knife and a pick hammer. There's all kinds of weapons you can use for murder or suicide.
Also, how do you know it's the water gun? Is water coming out of it?
Yeah, it could be acid.
Are they saying, like, is that kind of like when video games they were saying is making people kill each other?
Yeah, that's the cause of school shooting is gun emojis.
You're like, I was just texting with my friend and I got this idea. Why don't I just kill all my schoolmates?
Yeah. I guess I have no idea because, well, here's the thing. First of all, I never read articles. I just look at the headline or whatever people are talking about on Twitter, and this is the thing that they were showing up, saying that it's getting rid of...
They're getting rid of that? Is
the
that
gun emoji, yeah.
Why, though? Because of that?
I guess it's because it's insensitive, or it maybe it's a negative... It just
what
helps out with that culture, maybe.
What about the knife?
Yeah, I know. And then there's a needle with blood dripping on it. And then also, if you wanted to do it as like, I'm going to commit suicide, you could put, there's a radio and bathtub emoji, so you can put those together.
You could also just text somebody and be like, I'm going to fucking murder you.
Yeah. Which is a lot more violent than just a cute
little gun
emoji. I don't see why this is anything that should be taken seriously.
No, I don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah.
I think that's the least of our problems.
But I guess they're like, okay, we're done. No more school shooting.
That's the problem?
Yeah, that's the problem. We solved it.
I always think it is interesting when a school shooter acts alone. I do think, like, good for you. That's a lot of planning by yourself.
You're taking an initiative.
You're keeping it also to yourself. There's not one person. Who are you telling that to? Nobody.
Yeah.
Like,
it's impressive.
Imagine not having one person to say, hey, I'm going to go kill everyone in my class. Except you, of course. You know, like, if you're just like, hey, I mean, to carry that out by yourself?
The planning and the keeping it from
most
your
of the time before I leave the house, I have to be like, hey, do I look fat in this?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, but to go plan a murder.
Isn't that crazy? Should I do this? Like,
do you think this is weird or we murder everybody?
That's why maybe it's mainly guys that do it.
Yeah, I guess girls would be like,
But you know what? There's part of me with when it like female like drug lords.
Or do you find it empowering?
I do. I'm like, you go, girl.
We could do it.
Yeah. Way to put it gender equality. Like,
what about those ISIS women killers?
Are the ones that are sniping ISIS?
Yeah, and then there was also a bunch of women that were, I guess they were killing ISIS, but then there was also a bunch of women, maybe it was the same thing.
Part of ISIS?
I don't know. It was a bunch of like, because I guess if they were terrorists, that wouldn't be good. But I think they were, I guess, killing ISIS or rebels or something.
Yeah.
Whoever is like mutilating their genitals. I guess, I don't know.
Okay, so it's a good revenge movie.
That is.
Yeah.
That movie should be made.
Yeah, why isn't that a Quentin Tarantino movie?
Because it's women.
He's actually pretty good with women roles.
I guess so. I like Quentin Tarantino.
I do. It could be like a Kill Bill.
I have to go because I'm going to be late.
All right, I'll just do the next 30 minutes.
Well, if you want, we can stop it and do it tomorrow. We can continue, or we can.
No, I think 30 minutes is perfect for a podcast.
We'll leave it.
Guys, we're keeping it short.
We'll leave you guys wanting more.
Yes, always on vag.
Sure, we have short vaginas.
Yes, short vaginas.
Short and sweet. All right, guys. Thanks for listening.
All right, toodles.